Hi, it's Christina here from Green Umbrella Marketing. So I've had some questions about a tool that we talk about all the time when we're delivering webinars and talks around LinkedIn, and that tool is called recruiting.net. It's a fantastic tool for helping you to get around having a free account and being able to do more searches without kind of exceeding that upper limit of 3,000 search results a month. If you didn't know, what happens is that when you're doing searches on LinkedIn, it will only let you look at so many search results each month. Once you've reached your quota, you have to wait until the next month rolls over to see that. The other thing is that when you do your searches within LinkedIn, sometimes they'll be limited, so you don't necessarily see all of the search results available. And what you do see is kind of filtered as to what LinkedIn thinks you should be looking for. So things like who you're connected to, who those people are connected to, what groups you're in, what hashtags you're using for your posts, and all of this other information gets kind of pulled into that when LinkedIn puts those search results together for you. Sometimes what we want to be able to do is do what we call an X-ray search. That means essentially we're searching LinkedIn and searching for profiles based purely on how well optimized those profiles are. Okay, and that's what recruiting.net can help us do. So let me share my screen with you. I've got recruiting open already. And what you'll see from here is essentially we're putting a search together. Okay, so the first thing is, as I use this, I'm going to put in a job title. So let's say I'm looking for someone who is a director of a business. Okay, so recruiting is going to give me some options. I could say like director or director of marketing, something like that. I can also tick a box, and then recruiting will look for similar job titles as well. I can do things like set in a country. I only work within the UK, so I'm going to leave it as that. But if you wanted to pick all countries, or if you just wanted people with a certain job description in a certain country because they're your ideal client, then you could select that as well. Okay, next thing I'm going to do is add some keywords. So how about thinking about locations? Well, I'm based not far outside of Northampton, so I'm going to put Northampton in there. And maybe there's another keyword I want to pop in there. So maybe I could put Northampton and founder in there, let's say. Now, if you know your niche, in fact, I've got a better idea. So I do a lot of work with recruiters. So I'm going to put Northampton and recruitment into my search. If there were certain words that I wanted to exclude, so if you were looking to target, let's say, a facilities manager, but you didn't want an assistant facilities manager, you might exclude the word assistant. Okay, so just think about what kind of bits of language do you need to get rid of. If you were looking for an engineer of some kind, maybe there's some terms that can get thrown up as part of your search, and you want to exclude those as well to make sure that you're accessing the right type of engineer. Sometimes, depending on what you're doing, it might be that you actually want to find and connect with a number of people within an organisation. So, where we are, we've got a lot of sort of automotive businesses in this area. So let's say I wanted to find lots of people that work at Ford or at Volvo or something like that. I might put in current employer as being one of those automotive manufacturers, so that I can try and access as many people as possible there as well. So you've got a few options. If you were using this as a recruitment tool, and you know that the level of education is important, you've also got that option. So once you've filled this in, you just click this big green button that says find the right people on LinkedIn. This then produces a Boolean string. So this is like a whole other language in itself, and this tells Google we want results from this website with this term or that term. You've probably seen it occasionally when you've been Googling something that's a bit more complex, and then all of a sudden you see this long, it kind of like looks like nonsense, and you think, what the hell is that? That's your Boolean string. And some people just know how to write these. I don't need to know how to write it because I can use recruiting instead. Okay, that's the benefit of using this tool. So what I'm going to do now is open in Google, and all of a sudden I'm looking at these search results. So it's pulled up over 336,000 results for me. That would go well over the capacity that I've got within LinkedIn under a free account. So, that's really good. And I also know that everything I see in this list, okay, these are the accounts that are best optimized for my search, rather than being, you know, are these people Christina's connected to, or, you know, who my connections are connected to, etc. So I can then work through these and, you know, decide who I want to reach out to and do a bit of prospecting off the back of that. Now, we have another video that shows you how to use a tool called Duck Soup. So go and look for that one once you've finished here. But I'm actually going to use Duck Soup to take this a step further now. So I've got Duck Soup, which is a little Chrome add-on up here. And rather than me literally clicking through each of these search results, I'm literally, my little duck's glowing green. I don't know if you can see that on the screen, but I'm going to click on that. I've got this pop-up box and I'm going to say visit profiles. And what happens then, I can go and carry on doing my work elsewhere, and Duck Soup will automate me clicking through these profiles. Now, as long as I've got a really nice strong LinkedIn profile that says exactly what I do and who I help, then actually these people would get that message to say I've been looking at them, and fingers crossed they'll look back to me. They will think this is someone that I can do some business with, this is someone of interest to me, and they'll reach out to me themselves. So that's how we use recruiting as a search tool for finding the right people on LinkedIn when we're using the free account and when we know we're going to have those limited options. I really hope that little video is of massive use to you. Let me know how you get on with the tool. And for more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and have a look through. We've got loads of videos on LinkedIn, Facebook, blogging, Instagram. Just dig in and hopefully there'll be some stuff there that you can learn from.